What's up guys, Rico here. Here's the big subject of the week, cryptocurrency. Well, should I say Bitcoin? Bitcoin has been going to the moon or Mars or Jupiter or probably Pluto. Who knows? Anyway, the big question now here is, can you get the same type of opportunity just like Bitcoin in the stock market? Well, I know one thing. Yeah, cryptocurrency and the stock market are two different things. But did you actually know there are stocks that trade within the stock market that literally depend on cryptocurrency, or specifically Bitcoin? So they actually perform according to the trend of Bitcoin. So since Bitcoin has been surging and going to Pluto, well, I guess these stocks have also been going, well, to Pluto. So guys, before we move on, please smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you get videos just like this one every single time we post them. And it's really gonna make me happy. All right, I know this may sound super confusing. It is really confusing for a lot of people, but I'm gonna try and explain it to make it as easy as possible to understand, so you can see the correlation here between these stocks I'm about to talk about and the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So we know that cryptocurrency is a decentralized system. Basically, it doesn't depend on a bank or, like the Federal Reserve. There's no one in control of it. We also know that they are digital currencies. But one thing that most people don't know is cryptocurrency, they're not just out there. Like, you don't just buy them just because they just appear out of thin air. There is a process that goes into it in order for a Bitcoin to basically come to be, or should I say, be born every single time. So that process is called mining Bitcoin. And mining Bitcoin is the process where you have basically computers, a lot of computers with a lot of power that have to solve a very complex mathematical equation. And every single time these computers solve these equations, they get rewarded with a coin. Therefore, a Bitcoin is born. Every single time a Bitcoin is being awarded, the next equation that the computer has to work on becomes even harder, even difficult, and much more complex than the previous one. But guess what? There are actually people out there that spend the time, they have the energy, they have the resources put together to mine these coins, so can you and I will be able to purchase them, well, and be able to make money today. Like now, there is actually people that have started this for a very long time, and they turned it into a huge, basically kind of an industrial business where they have this huge hangar, not just one, multiple ones in different countries where they have thousands of computers linked all together and work on these equations to basically mine Bitcoin. And some of those companies are now or have actually been trading into the stock market. So basically, these companies, they depend on the move into Bitcoin, since they are specifically working to mine Bitcoin, just like a company that's mining gold. That means they're making profit as the price of gold is doing good, and depending on how much production they're making and what they're selling out there. So pretty much the same, since these companies and these stocks are pretty much focused in mining Bitcoin, it means a good move, a much better performance, or a rally into Bitcoin makes these companies or these stocks profitable, which means they also going to run. So I know Bitcoin is really expensive to buy or purchase it right now. As I'm talking right now, I don't really want to say exact price, but I'm just gonna put it out there because it's super volatile. The last time I looked, it was about 47 grand, but don't hold me to this one, because by the time you watch this video, it's probably gonna be about 50,000 or more. Who knows? Or lower. That's just kind of how it moves. But well, if I'm trading stocks, is there anything that I can buy that can probably give me some kind of exposure to the Bitcoin rally? Well, I've got some good news for you. There are two stocks that I'm going to talk about, and the first one is MARA. MARA is a ticker symbol for Marathon Patent Group, which is a digital assets technology company which mines cryptocurrencies. It focuses on a blockchain ecosystem and the generation of digital assets. It has facilities in Quebec, Canada, and it is headquartered in Las Vegas, Nevada. So without taking too long, I just need to show you the charts. Let's dive into it so you can see what type of opportunities I'm talking about. So let's get into it. All right, I've got the chart on MARA pulled up here. As you can see right now, I mean, it closed today. It trades at the bell was about $37.59 when it closed, but you can look at the chart here and see the moves that's been going on. So if I look right here, this is my cursor that was on January 5th when the whole rally started. And if you actually start looking at Bitcoin, you check on the dates and when Bitcoin really started doing the rally, you know, from the beginning of this year, and you could tell this is the beginning of the year, it's been doing literally following every single move in Bitcoin. And as it's rallied, and I believe this rally here was when Bitcoin went over $20,000, you know, last month, that's when you see this move here. And then it went all the way up to 40, I believe. And then Bitcoin had to pull back. And this is the pullback that you're seeing when it did all this somewhere around 29. And it's literally following the moves, because this company, the fact that they're mining Bitcoin, it means they have a lot of coins that they have been awarded, because this company was actually founded in 2010. So for the fact that Bitcoin has surged so much in value, it means the revenue of this company this year, with the level at which Bitcoin is at now, it's going to be huge. So I'm not surprised to see actually the moves going on here. But as you can see, Bitcoin was struggling to get past that 40,000. You see, it went up, and same thing here. You could tell that it came around like 26, and then it pulled back. It tried to cross back again, as I have this line right here that I tried to show you. That was the resistance level, and then pull back and try to test again 3 times right here, and then right there, and then last time, and then it pulled back all the way down somewhere in the 15, 16. And then as the day started going back, as you're still seeing Bitcoin will start to surge, and then guess what happened? We crossed above the resistance level. This is a breakout. When a breakout happens, it means we're starting a new trend. And this is a new trend that we have just started in these stocks. And it's only been 2 days when this trend started. And as we know, like I said, Bitcoin was trading about 47,000. Again, it's so super volatile. By the time you watch this video, I don't know how much it's going to be at. But again, it could be higher. So as you see, it's really moving fast. You can tell the gaps between, you know, the moves that had just happened. So when you look at the chart, and I can see it's at 37. So here's something that you need to think about, and you can probably ask, so how can I be, is it too late for me to get in? Not yet. Here's why. My price prediction on this one, I can literally see it go all the way up to 60. That's where I'm actually looking at and think that this is where I see the stock could go at and meet its resistance. Because when you pull up and look at Bitcoin charts, you can literally tell, or I can be able, when I look at the chart of Bitcoin, I can see there is a ceiling, or at least it might be able to reach somewhere around $55,000. And when Bitcoin actually crosses above 50,000 and still pushes up, the moves in this stock will mimic what's happening when Bitcoin, and this stock can easily go up to, and I'm trying to be conservative here because it's already tested somewhere around 40. So in order for it to get all the way to 60, It only took what, 2 days to go from 22 to almost $40. So, and the next move in the Bitcoin is literally going to determine this. But you could be smart enough, because usually when you see there is an uptime and there's a gap, there's always a pullback. But the best way to do this when you keep your eye on Bitcoin, because when you keep your eyes on Bitcoin and you see the moves that Bitcoin is doing, it's literally going to happen in the same stock. So if you see Bitcoin pull back to a certain level, let's say Bitcoin pull back to 40,000, which means this stock is going to pull back to this level, because this level is the level that used to be the resistance for Bitcoin that was at 40,000, which means this is where this is going to pull back to. So you can buy at this level if it does pull back, and then sold when it goes higher. But again, the moves in Bitcoin is literally going to determine what's happening here. All right, the next one is Riot blockchain. The ticker symbol is Riot. Riot blockchain basically focuses on mining Bitcoin only. Unlike Mara, I know I talked about Mara and I said Mara was mining Bitcoin. Yes, Mara does mine Bitcoin. It's one of the largest crypto that they actually are mining. But I also mentioned that they mine cryptocurrencies. So it's not just Bitcoin, they also mine different other currencies. Riot is specifically mining Bitcoin. But here's the fun part. Let's jump into the chart here. I'm pretty sure when you look at the chart, it looks exactly the same, just like Mara. And I'm sure you probably thought, why do I still have the same chart pulled up? But all you gotta look is, when you look up here, you see, oh, now it says Riot instead of Mara. And I can actually go ahead and tap Mara again in it, right there. And you see, the chart looks exactly the same. And here we go, Riot. Again, it looks pretty much the same. Why? That's what I was explaining to you earlier when I pulled up the Mara chart. They actually follow what Bitcoin has been doing, because even if we look at the entire cryptocurrency market and we see what the entire market has been doing so far, Bitcoin has been the one that's been pushing the most. That's why we see, even in Mara, we're seeing the chart is looking exactly the way Bitcoin has been performing, because the other cryptocurrency, even though they have been moving, they are still lagging. Believe me, they still are lagging. They will follow at some point. And Riot, since it follows exactly, and since it actually focuses on Bitcoin specifically, you see the chart. It looks exactly the same. And just like I've been talking, the resistance has been right here. And that resistance was around 40,000 when Bitcoin reached 40,000. And for Riot was about $28 a share. And as you can see, it struggled and tried to pull back to that level. You know, we went, it tested it right here, I would say. It tried and then came back to test here. And it kind of tried here, but it, there was a pullback. And like, Bitcoin is super volatile. So whatever move Bitcoin makes, it literally comes into this stock. When we know a breakout, we know that a breakout is when we go above the level or the previous highest level, when we cross above it. And then when the next candle that opens and closes above the previous candle that just broke the previous record. Whew, look what I just did there. That's when you start seeing there is a new pattern of a breakout that have just started. We are in a new trend. And just like you can see in these stocks, we are in a new trend. And of course, Bitcoin is also in a new trend, because it's never been at the level that it is today. So keep your eye. As long as you keep your eye on what Bitcoin is doing, you will be able to make the perfect move into these two stocks, Mara and Riot. And again, if Bitcoin pulls back to the 40 level or even below, it means it will pull back to this. If Bitcoin go back to 40, and if Bitcoin goes back even below that, it will pull back below this red line. As you see, it's probably going to be somewhere in the 20s. But if Bitcoin keeps going up, again, I see even for Riot, the price target would reach in 60s. 60 to be really conservative. It could go any higher. Again, Bitcoin is super volatile. And since this is basically the #1 revenue for this company, if Bitcoin keep going to the moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, even, well, like I said earlier, Pluto, well, the stock is going to do the exact same thing. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted you to know it's not too late. If you missed out on Bitcoin or it's too much, it's too expensive for just a coin, I know you can buy just a bit of it, but it feels like it's already way up there and you've already missed out the opportunity to get there. But you can still do something in the stock market. You can look it up and see if it's a move that you like, because I know a lot of people don't probably know that these stocks actually have something to do with crypto, and this is another opportunity to be able to do something. So again, thanks guys for watching this video. I, for one, will see you again, as always, every Wednesday in my next video. Bye bye.